Welcome. In this video we will be talking about the 10 reasons why people quit ukulele. These are things that affect beginners, intermediate players, and advanced players. And when you get to a new level, there are new challenges there. So I think if you go into this knowing the reasons why people quit, then when you experience these feelings or these challenges, you'll know what to do. By the way, if this is your first time here, nice to meet you. My name is Bernadette and I'm a certified music teacher. In this channel, we unbox and review ukuleles, and we also learn how to play ukulele through beginner tutorials and challenges. We would love to have you join our ukulele family by subscribing to this channel. Okay, let's get started. One of the reasons why people quit ukulele is that they plateau. This means that you're learning, and then you kind of don't know how to keep learning. The plateau can be so discouraging because you feel like you don't know where to go. You feel like your practice isn't getting you up here to the advanced level, and what you've learned already becomes a little bit boring. Another reason why people quit ukulele is comparison. And the comparison doesn't have to happen exactly with just ukulele playing. Like me, for example, one of the things that makes me want to quit, because I do experience the feeling, is that I'm not a singer. So when I see someone that can sing, I do compare myself and I think like, oh my gosh, I wish I could sing. Like I would be a better teacher, I would be a better YouTuber. Like why am I even doing this? So it doesn't exactly have to be the skill on the ukulele itself. It could be just comparing yourself to another person in other ways. Another reason why people want to quit ukulele, and this is a reason why some of them don't advance, is perfectionism. If you are an absolute perfectionist where everything has to be exactly right, then it's hard to advance. Perfectionism has affected my students before, and it has caused other problems. So for example, one of my students was a total perfectionist, and everything took her 5 times longer than the other kids. And so what would happen is she would refuse to move on, and my other kids were gaining skills here and there that were advancing them to another level, and then she started comparing herself. So there were 2 levels or 2 layers of discouragement happening because she was such a perfectionist. Another reason why people quit ukulele is that they're not challenging themselves by performing. If you're not performing, you don't have a deadline, you're not putting yourself out there for feedback to improve, and you're not doing part of what being a musician is, which is to perform. So if you would like to challenge yourself to perform, it can be something as simple as telling your friends or your family or whoever you lived with, like, next Sunday, I'm going to perform a song for you. Or it can be something that you do yourself, like every Monday, I will post a video of myself playing on my social media. Performing is a great way to challenge yourself and give you direction with your playing. So this is what I call the no focus reason. If you're the kind of person who practices like 5 songs in your practice, but you just do bits and pieces of the song, like the bits and pieces that you like or the bits and pieces that are easy, but you never finish one full song, like beginning to end with the strumming pattern and all the chord changes, then that's a reason why people quit. So what I recommend to you is to choose one tutorial or one song and play it from beginning to end, and then look at the next reason why people quit, and then you'll be on your way to being a better ukulele player who sticks with it. One of the reasons why people quit ukulele or an instrument is that they're not memorizing music. When you start memorizing songs, you will start noticing that chord changes happen in pretty predictable places. So right now, if you're the kind of person who reads everything and is not sure when the next chord change is going to happen, a way to build that skill, like if you don't know, well, how many beats am I supposed to stay on this? A really great way to build that skill is to start memorizing music. Most chord changes happen every 4 beats or 8 beats or 12 beats, but you will start to see the pattern that forms music. And then when you go to the next song and you start counting how many beats you're on certain songs, you will see like, oh my goodness, there is a science to this, and songs are pretty repetitive. Like some songs that we think are unique really are not that unique. Another reason why people quit ukulele is that they don't have a ukulele that is properly set up. If you bought your ukulele online, or if you bought it through a yard sale or used or something like that, maybe the saddle or the nut where the strings sit is a little too high and it makes it painful for you to press the strings. This is what we call action. So if you have a ukulele and it's really painful for you to play, I recommend you take it to a music shop or to an experienced instrument repair person and have them check the action on your ukulele. Or you can say the setup. Can you check the setup on my ukulele? I'm experiencing pain as I try to play it. Usually it's something to do with the nut or saddle, but there could be other issues. Along with setup, I will say that if on the chord hand your nails are really long, it's going to give you poor form, and that's going to make you get these sounds instead of really bright sounds. One of the reasons that a lot of people expressed frustration with a ukulele in my comment section of the channel was that they didn't know in what order to learn things. So you bought a ukulele and you don't have a formal teacher, so you're teaching yourself online, and then you think, where do I start? Like, which tutorials should I follow? Or is there a book? Or in what order do I need to learn the skills? Like, how do I proceed? So it's one of those things like, where do I start and what comes next? So for that reason, I kind of took a break off of my regular posting schedule and did a 30-day ukulele challenge where I teach everything in order, from how to hold the instrument correctly, how to tune it, where to put your hands, how to strum, all the way to playing songs like Piano Man and Somewhere Over the Rainbow and a few others in there. If you're a beginner and you're kind of stuck and don't know exactly how to learn and what comes next, I really recommend that 30-day ukulele challenge. I also created a free printable resource to go along with this. I think it's over 30 pages to help you. So each video has its own printable resource. Before we go into the last reason why people quit ukulele, I'm gonna share the reason why I sometimes feel like quitting ukulele or YouTube. I thought if we're talking about such a sensitive topic, then I should be completely open with you all. And so the reason why I sometimes feel like quitting YouTube mostly is imposter syndrome. I'm going to read the definition of imposter syndrome. This is also known as imposter phenomenon or fraud syndrome. This is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Individuals with imposterism incorrectly attribute their success to luck, or as a result of deceiving others into thinking they are more intelligent than they perceive themselves to be. So yeah, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve the size of this channel, or like I am not as talented of a ukulele player, and that people will find out and leave or see me as a fraud. Like, why are you teaching if you're not talented yourself? And I've never talked to anybody about this because even just having this feeling feels wrong. Like, I mean, everyone in this community has worked to make the channel what it is. It hasn't been something I've done alone, but I just don't feel like I deserve it. And the last reason why some people quit ukulele is fear. And whatever's on the other side of fear, it really depends on the person. For some people, it can be a fear of, well, what if I don't learn? Like, what if I bought this instrument and I don't get good? For other people, it's a fear that they'll be forced to perform, or that they'll be expected to perform at a certain level that they think they can't reach or that they're not at yet. If you experience fear, let us know what's on the other side of your fear in the comments below if you're ready to share, because I think it's one thing to know it on the inside and it's a completely different thing to put it out there. So if you would like to face these challenges head on, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and become active in the comments section, because we will all post and share and talk about things that we are experiencing as we're playing a tutorial. So it's really nice to have a community of people kind of all with you through this journey. If there is something that you've experienced, a challenge that I didn't mention, please add it to this list. And then I think this is a video I should remake every year as the challenges change with the instrument. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope that you've subscribed and that I'll see you in the comment section of the next video. Sayonara!